Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Psychically Speaking. If you're a regular listener, thank you for being such an important part of this journey with me. And if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I'm so glad you found your way here. This is the podcast where intuition meets real life truth with just the right dash of sass. I'm your host, Lisa Ann. Together, we'll explore, learn, and grow through meaningful moments and fresh perspectives. In my last episode, Closing the Door to the Past and Creating Your Future, we talked about what it means to release old patterns and to step forward into new beginnings. But after that episode aired, I got a wonderful question from a listener. She asked, what happens after you close the door? Because sometimes old issues or people still pop up. And that, my friends, is exactly what we're going to talk about today. What it really means when the past still tries to get your attention. Now, just because you've closed the door to your past, that doesn't mean the past won't still knock. I know, it would be great if it worked out that way. Can you imagine if once we closed the door, everything behind it just disappeared? But the truth is, it doesn't. You might still get those familiar thoughts, emotions, or even certain people showing up again, and that's okay. You see, closing the door isn't about erasing what happened. It's about changing your relationship to it. You've shifted your focus. You're no longer standing in that doorway staring at it, replaying those old stories or letting it define you. But life, being the excellent teacher that it is, loves to bring back echoes of old lessons just to see how much you've grown. So when those old belief systems or habits pop up, it's never a sign that you've failed. It's actually a sign that you're being given a chance to respond differently this time. Think of it like the universe giving you a little pop quiz, not to punish you, but to help you master the lesson. So here's what's really happening. Old patterns reappear because your subconscious feels comfortable there. It's familiar, even if it's not healthy. So part of you might test those new boundaries that you've set. And sometimes the same types of people will resurface. It's not that you're attracting the same drama. It's that your soul is saying, okay, let's see how you handle this now that you have new tools, now that you know better, now that you're approaching situations and reframing things differently. Triggers might also pop up again, but the difference is this time you will notice them faster. You'll react differently and you'll bounce back quicker. That's how you know you've grown. Remember, the goal isn't to create a life that is free of challenges, because that is just not possible. The goal is to stop giving those challenges power over your peace. Challenges are simply a part of this life's journey. Now, here's a technique that you can use, the catch and redirect method. This one is really simple, but it's very powerful. Step 1, catch it. The moment you notice your mind drifting back into an old story, stop, take a breath, and just notice what's happening without judging yourself. Step 2, name it. Say to yourself, oh, this is that old fear, or here's my people-pleasing pattern again. When you name it, you separate yourself from it. Step 3, redirect it. Bring your focus back to the present moment. Ask yourself, what do I actually want to focus on right now? What energy do I want to create instead? And finally, replace it. Choose a new thought, a positive affirmation, or a small action that aligns with who you're becoming and not who you used to be. Over time, this practice retrains your brain and your energy field to naturally focus on what uplifts and empowers you. Now, a few reminders before we wrap up. Remember that healing isn't a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. You're allowed to revisit old emotions, just don't unpack and live there. Remember, growth often means facing the same situations, but handling them in brand new ways. So yes, the door is closed, but remember, you're still living in the house of your own evolution. And as long as you're here, there will always be new rooms to clean, walls to decorate, and windows to open. So here's my challenge for you. Pay attention to when your past tries to get your attention. Whether it's a thought, a person, an old emotion. When it happens, don't judge it. Just pause, take a breath. Use the catch and redirect method. See how quickly you can shift your focus to something that feels better. Remember, each time you do, you're strengthening your new story and reminding yourself that you decide where your energy goes. And finally, in closing, remember, when your past knocks, you don't have to answer it the same way you used to. Smile, take a breath, and remind yourself, I've already learned this lesson. That's how you take your power back. And that's how you move forward from healing to mastery.